I'm at 1600 Limekiln Pike, which is the Lulu Country Club, and this is the maintenance shed for the golf course. And they had a fire inside in this corner of the building. This building's approximately 80 feet by 120 or something. And surface side doesn't look too bad, but inside you can see there's some warp trusses. You can see some warpage right in here. But the fire didn't break through here, and the fireman didn't chop through anywhere. But the most important point is this is a Butler building, and most likely discontinued profile for the panels. I got to double check that, but we just did an appraisal up in the Scranton area, I guess it was, and found that to be the case. Butler makes an overlay system now that is less expensive than tearing off and replacing, so that would be an option. But to do something like that, you're covering the whole roof, because your elevations would change once you overlay. The other option, to marry a new design into the existing design, would require a special panel between the two that would provide for a transition, and that has its own set of problems, both waterproofing and aesthetic. Aesthetic not being super critical here, you can't see this, but something that has to be pass everybody's approval. When you go to something like that, you would have you'd have limitations on a warranty that way. You'd be basically just getting a warranty from the installer, and when you're marrying an old to a new with a custom-made panel, that custom-made panel is not going to be 40 feet. These panels are 40 feet long from eave to ridge, and the longest you're going to get in custom terms is going to be about 20. So you'd have a seam in the middle somewhere in here to boot. So that would always be a more vulnerable location. And when you're trying to make the situation whole prior to the event, that might not pass. So we're going to explore all these options and see where it goes. You have these translucent panels integrated with the aluminum panels, or Galvalume, I guess it is, and that's going to be another problem, to get the natural light in through an overlay system. I'm not sure that can be done. I have to check with Butler. But this is a Butler building, and we'll get them involved to some degree here and see what we can find out.